This is Christopher with JohnJ.net. Across from me is Zachary Quinto.
Hello.
Yes, star of Heroes, the evil Sylar. Or maybe not evil, maybe just misunderstood.
Pretty evil, I think.
I just wanted to touch on, I was reading your bio, and I'm always curious how someone gets their start in acting. I'm even more curious how an 11-year-old, how a young child decides that that's something they really want to do.
It was a real process. I was in school, and one of my teachers sent home an article with me to give to my mom that was about this performance group that was having auditions in Pittsburgh, where I grew up, and we didn't know any. I'd never performed before. I had never really done anything other than in like music class in school or something. So, we decided to go to these auditions, and that was how it happened. It was a fluke, and and if it hadn't been for this teacher who thought that my personality combined with my musical inclination at the time was maybe something to explore, then I probably wouldn't have. So, and I went to the audition. I got absorbed into this group and worked with them. It was like a performance group for about 5 years, and then started studying acting as a result of that, and then got more serious about it as I got into high school, and then it took me by storm.
Yeah, great. And what made you decide to make the jump from stage to screen?
I went to college for theater, and then at the end of my 4 years in school, they take you to New York and to LA to do a showcase for producers and directors and cast directors and agents and managers, and that's really what brought me to LA. I mean, I always thought I lived in New York, and I always thought that I would start on stage and sort of see where it took me, but the psyche had different plans for me, so I ended up in LA pretty much right away.
Well, great.
Been out there for about 9 years.
Certainly did a lot of different roles, even when you made the jump to screen, guest starring roles, a few recurring roles and everything. But were you prepared when you took the role of Sylar on Heroes? Did you have any idea that it would be that Heroes would end up being this phenomena?
I got the job right as the first season was airing, so I did know, because I wasn't a part of it for the.
That's right, that's true.
I came in episode 8, and they were shooting episode 8 when they started airing episode 1. So for me, it was a clear.
You couldn't ask for
trajectory.
A better,
I couldn't have asked to come into it at a better time and to be a part of it from the beginning. But yet not from the beginning before they knew it wasn't going to be a huge hit.
Right.
So I had all of the benefits and none of the stress.
Right, you couldn't ask for anything better. Let me think about that. A role on a hit show? No, I don't know.
Exactly. Yeah. It was really exciting.
Had it come to be, or I shouldn't say how it came to be, but you're about to, and you are taking on one of the biggest roles in television and movies now with the new J.J. Abrams Star Trek. You're taking over the role of Spock. That had to be a little daunting, I would think.
It really wasn't daunting. It's strange. No? It felt so right in a weird way, and I found out that they were doing the movie right as my episodes of Heroes were about to air. So, like, the timing of it was just so precise and so specific, and it just made so much sense. And then on top of that, to be making it with these people who are, of the most imaginative people in Hollywood today, and to have Leonard be involved, I mean, it really didn't feel daunting. It was strange to me. Like, even at Comic-Con last summer when we went down and announced that I'd be playing the role, and there were like 6,500 people or something in this auditorium, and I never felt overwhelmed. I felt like I was very well supported by the creative energy behind this project, and the people involved are people that I'd long hoped to work with. So
great. Knowing how the longevity of the Star Trek franchise, I mean, are you prepared for revisiting the role of Spock in the future, or?
I've been made to be prepared for this. I feel like from this point on, Spock will be a part of my career as an actor. I don't anticipate my career as an actor to stop now that I've played this role. And I get that question a lot, like, oh, now you're playing Spock, like, what are you going to do? And I'm like, well, I'm going to keep doing other things that excite me and challenge my audience and excite my audience as well. And, I've been very fortunate to be so warmly embraced by the sci-fi community, and now more specifically the Star Trek community, and that means a great deal to me. But that's my career as an actor isn't limited to that genre or that realm, and so I'm now excited to go off and explore the territories and play other roles and do other things as well. So, I'm about to go back into production on the show.
Yay.
That'll take up a lot of time, pretty much right up until when the movie comes out next year.
Great.
I'll probably try to squeeze a movie or two in while we're working on the show if I can, and then got to get back on stage. It's time for that as well.
Oh,
so,
great.
Yeah, we'll see what happens.
Good. I did have something else, and now it completely left me.
It did, huh?
Yeah. Now I can't think of what it was I was gonna say. So I guess I'll just wrap it up.
Mustn't have
at
been that important.
It
right?
must not have been. That's gonna be. I'll think about it later and think.
Yeah.
It was the quintessential
Exactly,
question.
Exactly. Then you can tackle who's ever sitting in that chair, and I'll answer it for you.
Yeah, there you go. No, I guess that's it. And
Cool, man.
thank you very much for taking
Thank
the time
you.
to
Yeah,
talk
my
with us.
pleasure. No problem.
All right, thank
you
you
very much.